Yo, what's up, guys? Long time no see. Back from vacation, and I picked something up while I was on vacation, just because it was there and I was there. So today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. It's still like a box opening slash review, but I'm trying to dip my toes into showing off some Magic stuff, just because I'm a big Magic player, and like some people have shown interest in it. So today I'm going to be going over the new Magic Game Night Free for All box, which is 5 card decks with 5 new face cards that you can use as a commander. So you can use them for your commander decks if you're into commander. Um, but it plays like normal, like non one of format commander, like play like historic brawl and stuff like that, where there's multiple copies of each card. So I'm going to be showing off like the cards that are in the each deck, what the package comes with, stuff like that. It's actually packaged really nice. I've already taken the plastic off so I could get a look at it last night. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. All right, guys. So this is Game Night Free for All, an epic battle between you and your friends. I'll show off the back of the box as well. So we have Gather Your Friends and Go Wild. Game Night takes all the thrills of a magical, no-holds-barred slugfest and jams them into a single box. Pick one of 5 different decks, each with its own personality, then battle your friends and family in one-on-one bouts or multiplayer melees. When the dust settles, will you be the last one standing? It contains 5 60-card Magic decks, each with brand new traditional foil cards, 5 spin-down life counters, 5 life counter platforms. We have 5 reference cards, 15 double-sided tokens, and 21 +1/+1 counters in a rule book. So this is kind of like an intro thing for people wanting to get into Magic, I guess. Like, that's mainly what it's for. The main appeal, though, is going to be the commander decks, I believe. Or the commander cards, specifically. So that's just a protection sheet to protect your life total holders and tokens. This is kind of cool. Most people just use dice, like D6s and stuff like that, but you have your rule book, which, teaches you how to play, stuff like that. This is actually really helpful for people wanting to get into Magic as well, that don't really have, like, the time to, like, really, like, do their own research, I guess. But it also has a lot of keyword stuff, as well as like what certain things mean, like tapping, what colors and cards mean, additional costs, combat damage, stuff like that. This is a really helpful, very helpful rule book for Magic. We have our 5 dice. We have a blue, white, red, and green one. Yeah, blue, white, red, green, and black one. They're roll downs, so they're obviously going to they're gonna like go 16, 15, or like 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, and like go in like a circle downward. So like a lot of people are against using them as like your way for rolling for like turn, like order and stuff like that. But they're still helpful for playing Magic. I'm just gonna put them back in here just because they look nice. Where's 20? There it is. Don't know what this is for. I think you guess you could throw your dice in there. But we have the 5 decks. We have Dark Sacrifice. Ooh, God. That one was in there pretty tight. We have Dark Sacrifice. We have Political Trickery. Wow, good name for the blue deck. We have Glorious Combat. Sorry, I'm not showing them off. Glorious Combat. We have Boundless Elves. And then the one that I'm most excited about, Draconic Fury. I'm a big dragon guy. I really like dragon decks and such. So I'm very excited about that. And we're going to put this stuff back. That way. Boom, boom. I'm just going to... Come on. What's it stuck on? Oh, it's stuck on the instruction sheet. And then I'm just going to put this right here. And, what do I want to start with? We'll start with the white one. Just because I think it's the most simple deck here. Let me just unravel the plastic holding it together. So we have our little double-sided thing, tells you how the turn phases go, as well as this one is built for speed creatures, but its complexity is low and its spells are pretty low. That's kind of nice. We've got our tokens. We have Elf Warrior, which doubles as a soldier, and then 2 Drakes that doubles as soldiers as well. Always nice to see tokens. I'm a person who likes to collect these token cards and put them in like a box. The new card that can be used for commander is Zamriel, Seraph of Steel. She's an angel that is built for giving your equipped creatures indestructible, which means they can't be destroyed by combat. But it's very cool. We have Captain of the Watch, something to buff your other soldiers and such. Sorry about the noise if you can hear that in the background. I have my window open. It's very nice out today. Heavenly Blade Master. We have an Argentum Armor, so this will be the first set of equipment we're going to start seeing. We have a Moon Silver Spear, a Sword of Vengeance. We have a Banisher Priest. We have 2 Banisher Priests, a Danitha, a Forbidding Spirit. Yeah, Forbidding. We have 2 Kite Sail Apprentice, a 2 Core Duelist, 2 Core Outfitters, 2 Pilgrim of the Ages, 2 Sarah Angels. We have a Howling Golem, and then 2 Ancestral Blades, a Path to Exile, Strength to Arms, a Sword to Plowshares, Valorous Stances, Vow to Duty. Colossus Hammer is a very good card. Its equip cost is a little steep, especially for a deck saying it's built for speed, but what are you going to do? We have a Great Sword, a Ring of Thune, Trusty Machetes, and then your lands, which are all going to be plains, just by virtue of what the deck is. And they're all monocolored. So let me grab this Seraph. Up here. So that is the mono white deck, Glorious Combat. I have a feeling that all of these decks are kind of going to be like combat oriented, just because it's the most simple way to play Magic is mainly just going to combat and swinging at people's faces. Let me get this plastic off of this one. The next one we are doing is Dark Sacrifice. The mono black deck is not built for speed, but it has plenty of creatures. It's a little complex, and it's got a nice amount of spells, not a huge amount. For tokens, we have human soldiers and angels, as well as zombies. The main go-to for this one is, I think it is a zombie tribal, as the main guy is Vogar, Necropolis Tyrant, new mono black commander that you can use. He buffs himself whenever creatures die, and also draws a card when he dies for every +1/+1 counter on him. He is very nice. As far as the deck goes, we have a Demon of Loathing, we have a Grave Waker, we have Priest of the Bloodright, Villas Broker Blood, Demonic Embrace, Liliana's Mastery, a Bushmeat Poacher. We have 2 Doom Dissenter, a Dusk Legion Zealot, a Fleshbag Marauder. We have Gavany Unhallowed, Gifted Aetherborn. We have Lords of the Accursed, a Malfield Twins, a Ravenous Chupacabra, a Reassembling Skeleton. We have the Howling Golem, a Blood-Soaked Altar. We have some Doom Blades, very good removal, even in Commander. We have Moan of the Unhallowed, Sign in Blood, Supernatural Stamina, Village Rites, Vow of Torment, and your Swamps. Again, I think most of these are going to focus around combat. That one's got a lot of removal, though. It's very nice to have removal. I don't know why I put it like that. Put it back the way it came with the commander underneath the tokens. Sorry. They're going to be a little jumbled just because they're new cards, so they're just going to like slide like they do. Next, we'll do the mono green deck, which is Boundless Elves. I think this one is the first one wasn't like a tribal deck; it was just an equipment deck. Dark Sacrifice has zombies, but it doesn't really gain from having zombies like they're just zombies. Boundless Elves, I believe, is a like mainly elves. So we have our 3 tokens. We have a dragon, elf warrior, and demon, as well as bird illusion, soldier, and elf warrior. Elves are always a good like starting point for Magic players. They're very accessible. There's a lot of them. They mainly work together, so it's very easy to pick up some like even the cheaper cards do well working within their like typing. So the new card is Imariel, Elfheim Elite. He is like he's a get strong while he attacks kind of guy. He gets +X until the end of turn when he attacks, where X is the number of other elves you control, and then you may assign his combat damage as if he weren't blocked. So he just kind of just hits. He's very good. He cannot be blocked. I mean, he can be blocked, but you assign the combat damage regardless to like where you want it to go. For the deck, we have a Beast Whisperer, an Elvish Archdruid, Enrays Forerunners, Immaculate Magistrate, Thorn Lieutenant. We have some Dwynens Elite, Elvish Rejuvenators, Elvish Sky Sweeper, Elvish Visionaries, Jaraga Visionary, Llanowar Elves, very good card. Just a mana dork. Mana dorks are cards that you can throw down early on that generate their own mana. So in Magic, you can only play 1 land per turn type of thing. So if you played your 1 land, you played him, he's now land, you are now up a turn. Because by turn 2, you are going to have 3 lands basically on the field. We have a Llanowar Tribe, as this is also a mana dork. He's a little weird though, in terms of like 3 for 3. Isn't as good as a 1 for 1. Sylvan Messenger, Taunting Elf, Thorn-Wheeled Archer, the Howling Golem, Broken Wings, Elven Ambush, Invigorate, Overrun, Rabid Bite, Ram Through, Regrowth, Vow of Wilderness, Wirewood Pride, and the copious amount of lands you're going to get with these decks. I don't know what the card or the deck ratios are in terms of like your mana base to like your like mana cost is. I assume they're all basically the same amount of lands and the same amount of cards, just for kind of equality's sake over the deck. So like when you're playing with your family and stuff like that, it doesn't feel like somebody has more of one thing over the other. So the next one is Political Trickery. It is very slow, has a medium amount of creatures, a lot of spells, and is very complex. Blue happens to be kind of complex. Deals with something called the stack 9 times out of 10 with its counter spells, flicker, triggers, stuff like that. Very much like the weird color in terms of what it does. Most of these decks want to swing, but they all have secondary attributes. Blue isn't really a part of the swinging color group. But we've got our 3 tokens. We have 2 Elf Warriors, a Demon, into 3 Bird Illusions. Bird Illusions are always nice. 1/1 flyers that can just block. Our new commander that can be used is Maeve, Insidious Singer. She is a Siren. She's a Goad commander. Goad is forcing a creature that you choose to attack the next time it's able, but it cannot attack you, so it kind of forces it to your opponents to start. It kind of starts sowing doubt in the duel, hence Political Trickery, where you're forcing your opponents to fight each other, which is going to get the person who's being attacked by the person you chose kind of mad at the other person, not much of you, or not really you because they chose that person out of maybe a possible pot of 4. So out of the other 2 players, they're choosing somebody. Kind of sows some doubt, some trickery, gets the weight off of your shoulders and being targeted. For the deck, we have an Angler Turtle. We have a Diluvian Primordial, a Plea for Power, Precognitive Perception, Pull from Tomorrow, an Angler Drake, Brineborn Cutthroats, 3 of which, 2 Fog Banks, and 2 illusory ambushers, a jeering homunculus, murmuring mystics. These are where you're going to get your 1/1 bird illusion creature tokens. Very good card. We have a couple of Seagate Oracles, another Howling Golem. We have Counterspell, the classic. Factor Fiction, very good reprint. 2 of them, very good. Impulse, 2 of which. We have a Repulse, a Runaway to get 2 Runaway Togethers. A Split Decision, Supreme Will's a good card as well. Talrand's Invocation is pretty alright. Vow of Flight. We have a Bloodthirsty Blade to finish it off with our lands. This one is probably going to be very popular. From what I've seen, the Commander card is not going for much. The most expensive Commander card in these right now is the Boundless Elves Elf Commander, or like face card, just for what it does with elves. Plus, elves are very popular tribe in Commander and Magic in general. Like even in Standard and Modern, elves have like always had a place. So this one is my favorite. It is Draconic Fury. I'm a big fan of dragons, big fan of things that help dragons. It is medium speed, lots of creatures, medium to low spell, or to like middling spells. Not like kind of complex, not super complex though. Draconic Fury. For tokens, we have 3 treasure tokens into 3 zombies. And for the commander, we have Nogi, Draco Zealot. He is a Kobold Shaman, a 3/3 for 3. Makes your dragon spells cost 1 colorless less. And when he attacks, if you control 3 or more dragons, he also becomes a 5/5 dragon with flying until the end of turn. He is very good. He is just another support card for dragons. Like, you won't run him as commander. You'll just throw him in a dragon deck to make your dragon spells less. Just because with dragons, there are a lot of mono red dragons. Dragons are very much in the multicolored spectrum. There's dragons of every color in Magic. Being stuck to mono red isn't the most horrible thing, but there are definitely better mono red dragons that you'd want as your commander. For the cards, we have an Ancient Hellkite, a Drakuseth Mauve Flames, a Flame Blast Dragon, a Null Spine Dragon, a Shivian Dragon, Crucible Fire. This is a very good enchantment. We have a Dragon Egg, some Dragon Hatchlings, a Dragon Mage, more lower cost dragon spells, and 3 Dragon Speaker Shamans, a Flame Tongue Kavu, a set of Furnace Whelps, a Goblin Motivator, Motivator, a Kargan Dragon Rider, 3 which, a Rapacious Dragon, 2 of which, a Howling Golem, a Braids, Blazes, Dragon Tempest, some Lightning Bolts, these are going to be really good, Mana Geyser, another really good reprint, Seize the Spoils, a Vow of Lightning, and a bunch of mountains. This is by far my favorite of the 5. I think that the most powerful one is probably Boundless Elves or Dark Sacrifice due to its low complexity versus the high complexity of it. I think the weakest one here is Glorious Combat, with in order going Boundless Elves and Dark Sacrifice kind of tied, Draconic Fury, Political Trickery, and then Glorious Combat. But they're all equal in the sense that they all have a good, chance, I guess, in the matchups, like one-on-one. Like, one-on-one, these will perform pretty well against each other. I think that, like, you'd have to do more in-depth testing on what performs best against what, because I'm assuming some of them are going to have more favorable outcomes. But the 5-man pod would be very much tied up. But with that being said, we'll get to my closing thoughts on the game night free-for-all and what I think people should buy it or what not. Alright guys, so closing thoughts. As a product, do I think you should buy this? Yes, I do. I think that this, especially as a newer Magic the Gathering player, or somebody wanting to get into Magic the Gathering or wanting to introduce people into Magic the Gathering at its price point, $50, 560 card decks, all with different ways to play, 5 different ways, honestly. Um, with the price of some of these cards that are in here right now being sold as singles, equaling well over the $50, you can go to a Newberry, your local game store. I got mine at a Newberry, but you can go to your local game store. You can go on to TCG Player, Card Kingdom, Amazon. Between $50 and $55, I've seen this being sold, which is $49.99 is the MSRP for it on most websites and most stores. LGSs, which are your local game stores, and then like TCG Player and Card Kingdom are going to charge up a little bit more, mainly because the people that are selling them are game stores selling online to meet like price demand, stuff like that, trying to make up for like missed opportunities in store, as well as some extra revenue. But at basically the $50 range, this is 100% worth it. It is a good product with the in-depth instruction manual, as well as like your start to getting your roll downs, your decks, copies of cards, possibly your foray into Commander with how many good reprints are in here for certain colors, as well as the new commanders. I think this is an A+ product, especially at its price point. This is what I think Magic and Wizards of the Coast should be striving to charge for things like this, not like their Magic 30th anniversary stuff where they're charging $1,000 for 4 packs. That's a no-go for me. Don't ever pay for something that is not Torment legal and not basically a gamble if you're going to get something that is worth basically nothing. Like, they're going to have a price later on down the line, but as is, they're worth nothing. You could print something off your printer, paste it over a land that you're not using, put it in the sleeve. It works just the same. But yes, I think that Game Night is a plus product, and I recommend if you're getting into Magic, want to play Magic with friends, even want to just spice up a Magic the Gathering night with your friends, be it you play Modern, Standard, or Pod with your friends. Game Night is a good product for that. But if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button down below to know when my videos go live, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.